Long before Bluetooth, before earbuds, before playlists with names like Vibes Volume 2, there were 45s. Small, spinning, sacred. And if you were a teenager in the 60s or 70s, there was a good chance your social life peaked somewhere between a concrete basement wall and a rattling record player with a coat hanger for an antenna. Because Friday night meant one thing: basement dance party. And let me tell you, those basements had character. Every teen party started the same way. You stepped down those creaky wooden stairs into a slightly musty, slightly magical space. The lights were dimmed, mostly because half the bulbs were burnt out. The smell was a mix of wet cement, Aquanet, potato chips, and teen angst. Christmas lights for 3 years ago still hung limply across the ceiling. Someone's dad had hung up a mirror ball they found at a yard sale. It didn't spin, and a lava lamp was bubbling slowly in the corner like it was on a smoke break. And there, front and center, was the king of the room, the record player. A boxy, temperamental, personality-driven machine that held the power to make or break your evening. You didn't just put on a song. You curated an experience. The box of 45s, torn sleeves, pen-marked labels, fingerprints and all were the lifeblood of the party. You had the classics, the Four Tops, Frankie Valli, Diana Ross, Sam Cooke, Chubby Checker, because somebody's uncle always wanted to twist. Everyone had their choice. And God help you if someone played it when you were still fixing your hair in the mirror. Each spin of the 45 felt like a ritual. Gently place it on the spindle, snap in the yellow adapter if you could find it, move the needle over so carefully, and pray. Pray the record wouldn't skip, or worse, loop. The dancing itself? A mix of chaos, confidence, and total confusion. Some of us twisted like we were on American Bandstand. Others swayed like human metronomes. A few brave souls attempted the jerk or the swim and nearly knocked over the lamp. But we didn't care, because for 2.5 glorious minutes, we were cool. And yes, every moment came with a risk. You stomp too hard, the record skips. You lean too far, you take someone down with you. You knock the snack table, that's a party foul. You're banished to napkin duty. But when it worked, when the song hit just right and the needle stayed put, magic. Let's talk about the refreshments, shall we? On the table, we had chips, always stale by the time you got there, pretzels in a bowl that had probably been used for Jell-O the week before, homemade cookies, half eaten by the time you showed up, and of course, the orange soda in plastic cups with initials written in marker that still smudged. And that one weird kid drinking tomato juice, because it's healthy. There's always one. Napkins? Optional. Double tipping? A common sin. And the rule of the party? Whoever dropped the food had to get it, or lie about it and hope no one saw. All the laughter, all the dancing, all the record flipping, it was all leading up to that moment, the slow song. You know the one. You heard the first notes and your heart immediately started pounding. You scanned the room. You knew who you wanted to dance with, but now came the terrifying part. You had to ask. And if they said yes, you held hands, shuffled forward like two cautious penguins, and then just stood there, barely swaying. Both of you nervous, sweaty, and trying not to step on each other's feet or breathe onion dip breath too close. It was terrible. It was amazing. It was everything. We didn't think of it as vinyl. We didn't call it retro. We weren't being vintage or authentic. We just played our records because that's what we had. and we loved them like friends. Each crackle and pop became part of the song. And even if it skipped, even if the needle jumped, we danced anyway. Because that night in that basement, surrounded by laughter, static, and a floor that shook when we really got going, we felt alive. The 45s are gone. The basements have been remodeled. The snacks come in organic packaging now. But if you close your eyes, you can still hear the click of the needle, the thump of someone jumping too hard, the laughter after someone messed up the steps, and the sweet, awkward tension of that final slow dance. So here's to those basement parties, to the skips, the scratches, the soda spills, and the teenage nerves, to a time when all we needed was a record player, a few good songs, and a concrete floor to call our dance floor. Because yeah, the record skipped, but the memories didn't.